Hello friends, welcome back to She Holds Dearly. We are going to get into a thrift haul today. I've never been to the Goodwill outlets, also known affectionately as the bins, and I went this time, so I'm going to show you some things that I found, some things that I learned, and then I also have Value Village finds and another thrift store I went to as well. So it's kind of all mixed together. I really want to share with you what I found, and I've got some questions on what you would do with a few of these pieces. So let's dive in. I'm going to take you over to the Goodwill outlet first. I have never been in here before, but I learned about it recently, and this is a huge warehouse where things that ended up not going to Goodwill end up in, or things that maybe didn't sell at Goodwill. Most of the things do not have prices on them. They're divided by clothes and then houseware, but there's no glass mixed in because they don't need broken glass for people to be touching. So it's definitely like a step up from dumpster diving, it felt like, but I got tougher about it. So I was wearing gloves. You just start digging through all this stuff, and this is the last stop that these items make. They have a chance to be taken home before they get sent to the dump. So just a different mindset compared to a thrift store. Then for pricing, mine with tax comes to $2.50 a pound, which is double what it is in other parts of the country. I'm in Washington State, so hopefully yours is less than that, but they weigh by the pound. All right, the first thing I found was these linen napkins. You want a heavy linen. There's different qualities of linen. This one's pretty heavy, so I washed and dried this and did not iron it, but it's not all crumply. It's just a little bit rumply, and I like that look. So this is made by Chili Witch, like sandwich, but chili. And I looked these up online. They go for $10 a piece, and what was really fun is that Martha Stewart uses this brand. I officially have a decent bread basket, and these little linen napkins are gonna be so perfect in here. I used to make my bread all the time. That was part of the kids growing up, but now I have some simpler methods. I still love homemade bread, but let me show you what I do these days. So Wildgrain is the first bake from frozen subscription service. They've received awards from Newsweek and USA Today, and they've been featured in Forbes and Times and several other big name magazines. Okay, you get your box in, and it's insulated in this little cooler design. And as soon as you get your box, you need to get your stuff in the freezer. So I've got sourdough baguettes. I'm saving these for a mom. I'm taking her dinner. Next week, I'm gonna bring her dinner. She just had a new baby, and I'm gonna get her chicken parmesan and give her all the best things that I have. So she's also gonna get handmade pasta. Have you ever had handmade pasta? It will ruin you. You will know the difference. I pretty much would be happy if my entire box were filled with their homemade pasta. And their sourdough bread, well, don't tell Lisa Bass, but I'm a sourdough dropout. I can't stay focused on it, so this is what I do instead. Oh, we have some French butter. We throw in some extra things, and they also give you croissants, which are huge, incredible croissants. I was gonna share them with my family, but I just kept eating them through the day. I didn't even put, like, chicken salad would have been really good on them. I didn't even get to that. They were so good. I ate all of them, and I didn't tell my family. There's a lot of different options you can put in your box. We've tried the apple cider donuts before. There's maple waffles. There's cranberry rolls. We've used this for all of our holidays in the last few months, and it's just quickly become our favorite source for baked goods. I love that we're supporting small business owners, and I love the quality. It is the best baked items that I think I've ever had. Everything can be baked from frozen to the table in 25 minutes. You can have food on the table, and this has saved me a lot of money in the last few months because I have sometimes been too tired to make dinner, and then I'll think, well, let's just go out, let's get Thai food. It'll be, $50, which is a lot. And I can just pull open my freezer, pick something out from the Wildgrain stash for the month, and I'm off and running on a meal plan for the night. I love that we're supporting small bakers and small businesses, and Wildgrain also will give 4 meals to a Boston food bank for every new membership. So I love being part of that. When you go to build your box, you've got 3 options. You've got the classic, which is what I've just shown you here with the cookies and the bread and pasta and those, just a basic well-rounded stash that you can get together. Or they also have gluten-free now, and they have vegan. So no matter what your food limitations are, it doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice the quality of food that you eat. You can use my code sheholdsdearly to get $30 off your first box plus free croissants for life. I'm telling you, once you try the pasta and the croissants and the sourdough, you'll be ruined. You won't want anything less. All right, let's take a look at what else I found out thrifting. Next, I found a little cedar box. It smells like cedar, but when I first bought it, it smelled like perfume so badly that I ended up running it through the dishwasher. And I probably shouldn't have done that because the drying process kind of damaged the finish on it. So I'm gonna see if I can't maybe sand that down just a little bit and oil it. And then I thought this would be cute maybe to store our matches in by our fireplace. And then I thought about putting an IOD transfer on here. It's like a paint transfer sticker type. Next, I found this ticking pillow. I mean, it feels so high quality. I love it. It has a little bit of piping on it. But what would you do with this? I mean, it would look good on a twin size bed, but I only have one of them. So I like it. I don't have like a strong idea for what to do with something this size and just having one of them. Next up, I found this, well, I didn't find it. My daughter Madeline found it. She was shopping with me over Christmas break and she found it. She actually was doing better on that trip. I didn't feel very well. I was really tired and kind of overwhelmed in there. And so I just didn't feel like I could handle all the decision making that had to go on in there. So she found a lot of good stuff. And she found this coverlet. And of course the tassels I loved, and it has really great texture and really great creamy color. And she goes, Mom, this just looks like it would look so good on your bed. And so I ended up getting it. It is heavy. I think it's a king size. But I paid $7.70 for this. Then I went home, you find the tag. I went home and I looked up this brand, the Maine Heritage Weavers. It's a very old company. I believe these coverlets are all hand woven, and you can buy this coverlet now, currently, I mean, here it is. You can buy it for $180 new. So I think this is a great deal. I mean, I could sell it if I didn't want to use it, but I actually really love it on the foot of my bed. I think it's gonna be perfect. I'm really glad my daughter talked me into getting it. Okay, and then next up are gonna be some clothes. And I know this isn't a fashion channel, but if I find some really good clothes, especially if you're like trying to find clothes for like age 50 and up and you just wanna look like elegant, which I feel like is something that comes with age, is an elegance, and that is something that you can look forward to. So I'm gonna share with you some clothes if you want. Let me know in the comments below if you're like, no, we don't wanna see clothes. And I don't have to share all that stuff, but I did find this dress for $1 at the Benz. It's made by Gap, and it's a size smaller than what I would normally purchase. So I'm just keeping the sleeves a 3/4 sleeve length. This is probably supposed to be on my waist, but I just wear it up here like an umpire dress. And then, is that right? Is it called umpire or empire? I don't know, let me know in the comments. And then it has a slit on the side. It's a slit, like from my thigh down, and I don't feel like it fits the style of the dress. So I'm just gonna stitch that up. It's a little bit low. I don't feel like as free as I would like to feel like bending over. So I might add in just a black ribbon trim or something here. Anyway, I think for $1, I thought it'll be a good dress for just cleaning house or just, running around and working on the garden or something. Kind of just a tough, casual, French looking dress. I'm really interested in French style clothing at this age in life. In fact, I have I think it's a good Pinterest board. It's called Feminine Fashion. I'll link it in the description below if you just want to get some vision for what I think about when I'm trying to buy clothes. Okay, next thing. I found this. Now, you know that I wear dresses a lot if you've been here for a while, but I do wear some pants. And I especially love that equestrian look, like the English riding garb. So riding boots, maybe a beautiful blouse with a quilted jacket. And so this is Ralph Lauren, and I got this, I think it was $1. It's in pristine condition, just a little coat that I loved the gold detailing, the pockets. It's perfect, so I love it. Which, side note, if you're looking for a good movie, it's a good family movie too. Not like, I don't think little kids would like it, but older kids. We watched the documentary called Very Ralph, and it's the story of Ralph Lauren, and it was fascinating. I think most people watching this channel are very interested in British design and just details and all that goes into great design, and I think you'll really like it. Have a fun movie night and watch that documentary. Tell me what you think of it. All right, that sums up what I found at the bins. So not very much money, definitely the best prices on things. I mean, things were 90% off retail there. All right, next, let's go. I went to Value Village, and that's the other place I love to go. And I found this coat. It's by, hold on, let's see. It's by French Connection, which I'd never heard of that brand before, but I looked it up online, and this particular coat was $150 new. You can still buy it, I believe. And I paid $11 for it. I did go get it dry cleaned just because I wanted to like get it a fresh start with this coat. And I mean, there's nothing like having dry cleaning done. It's so soft and brand new looking. So I did do that, but I love this coat. I love the little bit of a pattern on it. Feels very French to me. I love the little fur collar that is detachable. It has pockets. Just as a great piece. It's long. I think, of course, it's lined. I love things that are lined. And I just feel like I'm gonna love this for years to come. Okay, one more clothing item, also from Value Village. And my dog, my puppy, has already found these, and she's very intrigued by these little ties for the shoelaces. So I have been looking for Sperry. I think it rhymes with cherry. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Sperry boat shoes. These are $85 new. They are leather. And I've put them in my cart multiple times to buy them for my summer wardrobe. These were $11. The only problem, and they don't even look worn. I don't know how I got such a great deal on this. But the only problem is my dog is obsessed with these, and she ate one off already, and I thought she swallowed it, but I just found it and it fell in the shoe. So I'm okay with just having regular leather shoelaces. And so I think I'm gonna buy a new set of leather shoelaces that don't have these little things on them, and I'll just tie them in bows and see if she is not as interested. But I was really excited about these. Next up, I found this piece of art. Well, I don't know, I think it's more of a photograph. It's definitely not antique. It kind of actually feels like maybe it came from Hobby Lobby or something. But I thought it would be a good piece in a gallery wall or even paired with another picture. And I paid like $5.50 for this from Value Village. It's a wintry scene. It reminded me of the farm that I grew up on. I grew up on a cattle ranch, and it just made me think of that. So I bought it, and I loved the color of the frame. It's this dusty blue. It's got a linen mat, and I'm crazy about linen mats, and then this sort of gilded trim. So I really liked it. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this, but I feel like that's part of the fun of thrifting. There's so much treasure hunting and some impulse buying, and then your house kind of just takes shape sometimes in ways that you weren't planning on. But I think it's a good time to impulse buy. The prices are very forgiving, and that's just the wonder of thrifting, is that you're treasure hunting and you never know what you're gonna find. It's not like any other kind of shopping. Okay, another thing, and this I need your help on. Speaking of impulse buying, This was $7. I am always interested in the rolls of upholstery fabric at Value Village. And so this was in the section this time. I wish you could feel this fabric. It feels like cashmere. It's definitely a wool. It feels so nice. And it's a felt. I put in my cart and I just was like, drove it around and I was thinking, what the heck am I gonna do with this thing? It feels like it is from a professional shop. Like I'm just looking at the way they cut it. It feels like they were using really, really sharp, nice scissors, and it's just very pristine. The way they cut it makes me think that this was used professionally. So what would you do with this? It's not super wide, but my thought is, what if I got just a smaller armchair and I upholstered it and it was something that was sort of like high-end masculine looking, that was kept in my husband's office that we want to build here this next year. So it didn't get a lot of traffic, but it was a nice piece. I just have been looking at wool upholstered chairs, accent chairs, and I found these on Etsy. I think the whole point was they're showcasing their pillows, but it kind of got me inspired. I love the double welting trim. Or we could do nail head, really pretty nail head trim. Tell me what you would do with that piece. Would you do a bench? All right. Oh gosh. I found this tin. Always buy containers that you love, because I guarantee you, you'll come home and you'll find one more thing that you could put in a cute tin. I used to be a beekeeper and I loved the bee. It says Jack Daniels, but it's not. I guess Jack Daniels also makes candy. So these are fudge caramels with Tennessee honey. But so I put it in my cart. It's right in the front here in the seat with my purse. And I'm deep in thought. I'm looking at the rubber stamps, looking over them. I didn't hear anything. And this guy comes up right next to my face. And he says, Jack Daniels. And I go, ah! Because I didn't hear him come up. He totally startled me. And he was like, oh, sorry, ma'am, sorry. And he goes, I like Jack Daniels. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. Okay, this is a fudge caramel and it's empty and it's mine. So I had to shoo the guy away from this thing. So you be warned, if you get something that says Jack Daniels on it, you can attract unwanted visitors. Okay, so that was everything from Value Village. And then I went to another thrift store and just got 2 more things I'll share with you. So I get a lot of my candles from the thrift store. This is from my friend, actually. I know Amanda. She lives near me, Furpy and Frey. I'm actually gonna link her account because her products are divine. But little candle, I think this little guy sells for about $12 online, but I got it for $1, and it's the apple harvest scent. And anyone who knows me very well knows this is my very, very favorite scent of candle. Apples, just fresh and happy. And so I grabbed this for $1, and I know that I will love this. Okay, last of all, this is kind of an odd one. I got a beaker, okay? I got a beaker for $2, and I have a thing for scientific things. Okay, very few people know this, but before I was an interior design major, I was full-on biochemistry major. I wanted to be a pediatric oncologist because I had leukemia when I was a child, and I have still to this day, I have very strong opinions on what makes a good children's doctor because of experience. And so I wanted to be one of those doctors. So back to the beaker. I got myself a beaker. I may store it in the cabinet with taper candles. Maybe I'll put it in this is my light academia living room. Maybe I will put it in here and use it like a vase. I don't know, but cute container. So thinking out of the box a little bit, but not actually as much. This is kind of sentimental for me. Those were the days, 8 hours in the labs. Ugh. But anyway, that is what we've got. Let me know by giving me a like on this video if you think, yes, let's do more thrifting. I love doing it. I feel like I'm getting back into a rhythm and finding my way again after COVID. Just a lot of things changed. If you want to see sort of my French ideas for clothes, let me know. And yeah, if you're not a subscriber already, I would love to have you. I love this group, they're the best. We would love to have you. And I will be sending more videos out. We do them every week. So join us if you can. And thank you for watching to the end. As always, take care and I will talk to you soon.